Hello, I'm Edward Tarte, once a Catholic priest for 5 years in the 1960s, now an atheist, which simply means I find no credible evidence for the existence of any God. As I have stated in recent videos, my local adversary, Baptist pastor Paul Lyle, says adamantly in his blog that homosexuality is a sin because the Bible says so. As I see it, Lyle has made it very clear in his reactions to hundreds of comments from atheists at YouTube and at his blog that he is totally unmoved by what we atheists say to him. But one of my YouTube atheist friends, Peter Patty, has a personal friend who is a Christian minister. Peter Patty apparently showed his minister friend Lyle's blog entries concerning homosexuality as sinful, and the minister sent Lyle some comments which Lyle has posted. This Christian minister totally disagrees with Lyle's stand that homosexuality is sinful. So here we have not an atheist challenging Lyle, but one of his fellow Christian ministers doing so. As I see it, the big question is, will that make a difference? This minister goes by the name Reverend John, and here is most of what the minister said to Lyle. Reverend Lyle, I am a Christian minister, proud of it. But Christianity has a history of making mistakes as to what is sin and what is not. You only have to read about what the Christian church did to Galileo when he said the earth moved on its axis and revolved around the sun. Well, the Bible says the contrary, and so Galileo spent his life persecuted by the church and was under house arrest until the day he died, much like your persecution of our gay brothers and sisters. We make mistakes, our religion included. And I am sad to say, the Bible is imperfect. It was, after all, written by humans. Your interpretation of the Bible, saying gay people in the year 2011 are evil sinners and are to be treated as such, may very well have contributed at this very moment to a gay person feeling self-hatred, causing a single suicide, suicides, or various hate crimes. I am mostly concerned about our innocent youth who are confused about why it is that who they are is seen by people like you as a state of sin, when they had no part whatsoever in their sexual orientation. Even if you personally believe gay people are evil, and you believe the Bible tells you so, don't you think that creating hatred toward any group of people is far more evil than homosexuality, which is essentially about the love of two human beings? Really, that's all it is. Don't you think that making one feel worthless in his natural state and thus causing him to do away with his life is far more evil, hateful, and sinful than two men or two women loving each other? Love one another. Can you argue this to be the most important message of Jesus? Surely loving one another is far, far, far more important than seeing a gay couple in happiness and love as sinners, because that's how you perceive it to be by your interpretation of what God's message is in the Bible. Reverend Lyle, I felt it my duty to write you. I plead with you to rethink your position, for I fear you are in the path of sin far greater than any sin you may perceive in the gentle privacy of a loving gay couple. Signed, Reverend John. Of course, as an atheist, I see many things differently than Reverend John sees them. But concerning homosexuality, Reverend John and I are on the same page. I thank Peter Patty most sincerely for showing his friend Reverend John Lyle's blog, and I thank Reverend John most sincerely for commenting and challenging Lyle. As you heard, Reverend John says to Lyle that in branding homosexuality as sinful, he, Lyle, is the sinner, not those whom he, Lyle, is accusing of sin, namely homosexuals. Those are strong words indeed from Reverend John. Will Lyle be, to any extent whatsoever, moved by these words from a fellow Christian minister? At the moment, that is, as far as I know, an unanswered question. To all of you, thank you for watching this video.